I'm not your average Joseph.
Yo, Lenford was so funny, me
Yo,
dog.
the man of my some pod boy. Some pod man.
Yeah, and the Podical you them you attack.
Them same one me attack. Them park Googles,
Yeah.
iTunes,
Yeah.
Stitcher,
Yeah.
and SoundCloud.
A true man.
Them matter news, politics, entertainment, and sports.
With not your average Joseph. And so fucking marvelous.
Yeah, man, the thing sell off.
Them on YouTube.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us had law degrees. I am marvelous, surviving and smiling, and you are?
I am not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical
Podical
Sons.
Sons.
Let's start the
Podical
damn
Sons,
show.
baby.
How you feeling today with your working ass?
Today is I feel good.
You back, baby? You back?
Yeah.
You wanted this, whatever, right?
I'm out of this weather. I wanted a little bit more freedom to go with this weather, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Freedom will eventually come. Free at last.
Thank
Thank
God
God
Almighty.
Almighty.
Free at last.
Free at last. So I guess that's next. That's just the next.
Yeah, I mean, things are freeing up and everything. Salute and thank you to whoever the fuck is playing Jumanji. You're winning the game, so hopefully this will be over for 2020. Yeah, but
Hope we didn't lose a lot of lives doing it too.
we lost a lot of lives, man. Yo, they're fucking up on this. They probably, you know, what you ever seen that meme? They almost had us in the first half, but then we came back in the second.
We came back in the second.
Yeah, so I think that's where it might be, because we're about to tap into June and stuff, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think
next
the game
week.
piece is on the game. The game is on pause right now. I ain't seen no new dangers pop up.
I don't know yet, man. I don't know. You too. I told you July you gonna have those UFO. Independence Day, we'll see. But yeah, let's get to the shits, whatever. Yes. Let's talk about
What are we talking about?
Trinity Bellvid-19 Park. And that's here in Toronto. So a lot of people always say, especially to me,
Right.
only the fuck shits happen in America. People in Canada can't wait to say the shits happen only in just America.
But this is typically true. Typically true.
Population is the big difference between the whole
There's a vast difference.
Vast difference. Approximate 37 million Canada. Approximate 340 million in America.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why a lot of things might pop off and stuff, whatever, with some things. Now, for the fuck shits, for everything just to slowly start to get open.
Yes.
Trinity Bellvid-19 Park. Friday too. Friday evening. Started getting a little populated and stuff kind of fast.
From the Friday.
Saturday was ridiculous because it was a beautiful day here and stuff, whatever. And it was more than over 1,000 people.
Over 1,000 people.
Over 1,000 people in the park. People with strollers, all that type of jazz.
Well, I mean, we knew once the weather started getting nice that a lot of people were gonna toss this whole social distancing
but
thing.
hold on, one place though, my G?
Yeah, you kind of hope that they would spread
it
wealth
out.
a
Yeah,
bit, But I don't know. I don't know why the congregation was so strong there. Was it because it's less policed and people felt that they were more free going to that particular spot? Because it's close, like you were saying before earlier, it's closer to Christie Pitts, which would be a larger location.
Right.
But I would also tend to believe that Christie Pitts being a larger and a more known location, you'd probably have more like bylaw officers and police patrolling that park just to make sure social distancing.
Yeah, but it's not that far from each other. So it's kind of like if you get the wind and stuff, and like, oh shit, people are gathered over here, party over here, ain't nothing over there. It ain't gonna take them but like 10, 15 minutes to kind of get over there.
And most of those police who patrol those areas are on bikes anyway. So
bikes and whips,
yes,
bikes and cars, whatever.
Quick
right?
hop over, right?
Exactly. So my thing and stuff is that I was wild and stuff, whatever, because I was looking at like, the cops are pussy. The reason why I say that because I look at it like this. I want to say because of the pandemic, most countries are hit with this high deficit.
Yes.
put these bylaws in for these tickets and stuff about people breaking social distancing and stuff, whatever, for that purpose. Why not issue the tickets then? You would have made a guap from one city, and you would have made, because Toronto is like the New York of Canada, it would have set a hell of a precedent in other cities and stuff within the country.
Yeah, but with 1,000 people in that park,
correct,
right? How many officers do you really think they were going to allocate to park services?
Even 10.
You think 10?
Even 10.
You think 10 would have been enough? Because think about it, how quickly if you got 10 bylaw officers or 10 real officers.
Keep in mind the fine is $1,000.
The fine is $1,000. But
all
if
right.
you have 10 of these guys, right? They're in the Bellvid.
The Bellvid.
They're in the Bellvid.
COVID. Go ahead. I'm fucking with you.
They're writing out tickets, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm one of those 10 and I see 1,000 people arguing for their right to congregate, to socialize in a park, right? And I say to myself, okay, I'm gonna start writing tickets, right?
Right.
The first ticket I write, that first person, he's gonna be belligerent. Yeah. We know he's gonna be belligerent.
And
right? He gonna kick up a stink.
Okay.
Right? So then he's gonna kick up a stink. He's gonna rile up the next person beside him.
Correct.
Right? So the next person gonna be beside him is gonna kick up stink.
Right. But then the other people and stuff in the background like, what the fuck are they doing with the cops? Oh shit, they're writing tickets. Let us bounce. Roll up the fucking blanket and let's be out before we get one.
I don't know, man. I think they're more resilient than that. I think they're gonna stand just like how you see, like
stand their ground and turn into a Karen.
Just like
they're gonna turn into a Karen.
Just like how we see them go to jail during protests. I think they would take this opportunity to turn it into a protest.
Right, but then that's what I'm saying. Now they're assaulting officers. That's a heavy charge from taking a ticket to an assaulting an officer. Those G20, remember the G20 shit like years ago and stuff, whatever, like over 10 years ago?
Yes.
Those fuckers and stuff are still paying for that shit. The peoples and stuff who were caught and apprehended.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. They were still paying for that shit. So if some of those people and stuff are in this crowd, they might be like, man, it ain't worth the law fees. Because a lot of them and stuff, like I think they caught a few people and stuff like years ago.
Yes.
Like who was still like going through the last wind of the whole assault thing and stuff for the tear gas and everything. Those people and stuff is like, if they known what they knew now, they would have just took their asses home for that G20 summit.
Yeah, if they didn't know, if they know what they know now.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think it comes to a point, whatever. Like, I hear what you're saying, but I don't think it comes to a point and stuff, whatever it's like that. Because I know for a fact, if I see them and stuff, I'm like, yo, what they doing? Are they writing out citations? I'm not going to stick. I'm going to stand my ground. Are you out of the fucking mind? A G? I can put that to my food and my gas tank and my spot.
Listen, I may not be out my mind.
So you're going to stand your ground?
You may not be out your mind.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
But we're also not out of our minds to be at the park socializing with tens of thousands of people.
Nah, this is true, yes? This is very true.
And they're out there.
If they die, they die.
They're out there with no care in the world. Do you think they're going to really care about some police officer writing a ticket? So then if you got to think about the 10 who are out there trying to write tickets, and you got 10 people who are angry, just as angry, yelling at you, they excite another 10 people. All of a sudden now it's 20 people. They excite another. All of a sudden now it's 100 against the just 10.
Nah, but the 10 always walkie-talkie for thing. If a cop pull you over, you and me in a car, and they pull us over and stuff for there, 2 black guys, not 1,000 black guys. 2 black guys. There's 3 cruisers coming. That's man. 6 cops for 2 black guys.
Let me tell you when these cops are gonna write a ticket. When they see us 3, just us 3 black guys.
So that's it.
And they're gonna come in and write those 3 tickets. That's gonna take them less than a half hour.
Watch this. You see this? I'm bylaw cop. Hi, yes, Sally. We have a group of black people here in the park. Over. Send back up. They coming.
They're going.
And then when they realize that it's a bylaw party and stuff, whatever, like, oh, y'all didn't give a fuck about them.
For the 3.
That's it.
For the 3 and for the 4, they will come.
That's it.
They'll show up and they'll write the tickets for the 3 and the 4. They're not going to the crowd of the 1,000 to go write the
Oh,
tickets.
so Canada is racist like America.
Not only are they, I wouldn't say they're racist, because if it's maybe 3 or 4 white people, they'll probably come and write the ticket.
But if it's 1,000,
if it's 1,000,
it's 1,000, and there's only 20 black people.
Listen, man.
Oh, so folks, we have it admitted. A Canadian knows that they're racist just like America.
They ain't writing that ticket. 1,000 black people, they're not writing that ticket, man.
All right.
They don't want that. They don't want all that work, bro. They don't. We know police officers are lazy.
Then they don't want their money back. Then
they don't
want their money back.
It's not the police's money in the first place. They
don't
care.
No. That's what I'm saying. They put these quotas to the cops. I spoke to several cops.
Right.
They have a quota to meet for tickets and citations that they have to do per month.
Yes.
That quota number and stuff is set by the higher ups in their world.
Yes.
So if the higher ups and stuff are the ones that's controlling and stuff for them, like the dividends and the not the Benjamins, I don't know that politician is on 100.
Okay.
Who's on 100? C no. You're
Borden?
fucked up. You're
Borden.
Canadian to the fullest.
Borden? Yeah,
Yeah,
Robert Borden.
Okay. Cool. That's what I'm saying. They know they gotta make these Bordens back.
Right.
They gotta do whatever it takes to get these Bordens back and stuff for them, consider the fact that they're giving people like 2 racks every 2 weeks. How are they gonna get this money back?
If you're a police officer and your quota is 10 tickets a day, right? You know you can get at least 5 of those getting people for simple traffic violations.
Right.
Right? You know you can get another 2 just going in the hood. Right? And you just, you're 3 shy? You come up with the 3. No hassles with the 3. Right?
Okay.
You're going to do that before you go and argue with 1,000 people. And try and write 10 tickets. You're gonna go the easy route.
Right, but see, and this is what I'm saying, like, my thing and stuff is that, okay, say you're not one of the fortunate few that got, let's say, the traffic people and stuff.
Okay.
Say you start your shift and stuff after everybody has done 8 for the day, whatever. Let's say like the squad for the first shift, they don't came, they saw, they conquered and everything and stuff. You start your shift and they happen to plop you right in that vicinity. You're not gonna go eat?
You're going to eat, but you're going to find simple ways to do it. You're not going to confront the crowd.
But that's what I'm saying. It takes more than one day to eat an elephant. So that's my thing and stuff for that. See, that's what I'm saying. That's still an excuse. It's still an excuse you not doing your job.
Well, so they're going to use the excuse.
And that's fine. And that's what I'm saying. That's fine because, like I said, it's an excuse for them not doing their job. But that means they should have been doing their job, so they can't come down on people for not doing their job.
Marv, they don't need any excuses. They do their jobs not do their jobs without any excuses.
But they're not doing their job if they're not in the quotas, because if they're not doing the quotas and everything and stuff, like you said, if they're directed to that place, they're not fucking with that place, or they're gonna wait till the crowd disperses and get like the parking people in the late night before their shift is done.
Wait till the congregation disperses. Then the 3 or 4 that's walking home by themselves, they'll roll upon them and say, "Oh, you're supposed to be social distancing."
And let me get a ticket. And I hear that, but that's what I'm saying. But my thing and stuff is that I'm your boss and you're supposed to do that. And I say, Smooth, you were supposed to be on the clock at 6 p.m. and you were designated to that spot.
Yes.
Explain to me between 6 to 11 p.m. and stuff, whatever, why there's no citation written out when we have people on the news telling us we're not doing our job. But what are you going to tell me?
But you know
what are you going to tell me? I'm your super.
But you know what? This is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you,
Tell me.
My quote is 10 a day.
Correct.
I brought you 11. It didn't matter what time of day I wrote those 11.
It does.
I'm bringing you 11.
Because there's 5 hours you're eating off the clock and you didn't do no work.
Yeah, but if my quota is 10, right? Whether it takes me an hour to do that 10, or it takes me my entire shift to do that 10, my quota is still 10.
So that's what I'm saying. So why are we paying you for a full 8 when it only took you that long to do the thing? So we'll cut your hours then. So then, therefore...
No, but you got to talk to the police union before you cut my hours.
Yeah, but then we'll tell the union that. We'll tell the union, we're like, yo, you have this set time and stuff, whatever, to work. You choose not to do it until like the latter part of stuff.
And you know what the union's going to come to me, tell me and say to me?
What?
He's going to say, okay, tomorrow, spread your hours out for a little bit. Do that for about a month, and then go back to your regular routine.
You would hope.
No, I'm telling you. I work for unionized.
You work for a unionized company.
So this is what I'm telling you.
Right, but a police union is a little bit different.
If I'm working in a unionized thing, right? They already got the guidelines set in place where they know how they're gonna bend the rules and how they're gonna shake the rules, right?
Right.
If my quota, if it's written in my contract that my quota is 10 per day, right? They're gonna have to argue with. They're not coming to me to argue. They're gonna argue with my union, right? Because I'm gonna say to my union why they argue with me. I'm doing my job as far as I'm concerned. I'm doing my job.
But you're not. But yeah.
Whether it took me an hour to get those 10 tickets, right? Or whether it took me the 8 hours to get the 10 tickets, right? I hit quota in my 8-hour shift. I hit quota,
right? But
that's all that they need to be concerned with
for now. But that's what I'm saying. Like that. Say you and other people and stuff, whatever, will prove and stuff, whatever, like to the union, because the union, that's what I'm saying. Not every union is there to super save a hoe, because the union and stuff is in better with someone else. The union needs to get paid. And that's what I'm saying. If they're looking like, we're paying you 8 hours, you only did the job and stuff in like 3, we don't need to pay you 8 hours. And union will look at it and stuff is like, and then they finesse them and stuff like, okay, we don't need to pay you for an 8-hour shift. We just have you for a 4-hour shift because you can still do your job within that time.
You sure can. But guess what? Tomorrow it may not take me an hour. It might take me the entire 8.
Yeah, but the cops are different though. They try to save face to everything, because remember, it's a sound like if they kill a cop today, if they kill a cop today and stuff, whatever, and they don't do like that extra policing work to kind of defend their own, their union has to eat that, whatever, and their PR people have to eat that.
Yes.
So now they have to save face, and that's their thing is about trying to save face. So that's the reason why even today, and stuff, when no one's in the park, they had not bylaw cops, real cops there, but no one's fucking there. Yeah. Because they're trying to save face, and that's what I'm saying.
Though? But guess what? And guess those ones who went today, guess what? They're glad they went today when there's nobody in the park.
At the time, yeah.
Facts. Yeah, they're happy because they can just do whatever they want to do and not have to worry about arguing with anybody writing tickets.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with that, but that's what I'm saying. When the shift change, and the whosoever's designated after, say, set person come from 6 to like noon.
Right.
When the noon clock changed and now the people and stuff are there, they gotta prove work. They gotta show work.
Yeah, they gonna walk around and they gonna talk to people. They're gonna say, "Hey, I could write you this ticket, but I'm not gonna bother."
I'm telling you, it's not that easy.
We've never have yet, whether it be in Canada or America, have seen anybody getting tickets in mass gatherings.
I don't know. I doubt that.
I haven't seen it. I haven't heard of it.
You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't heard of it. I haven't heard of anybody getting arrested.
G20. I just gave you an example.
No, but I'm saying right now, this whole COVID
thing.
The
barbecue thing. The guy in Brampton who had like over 20 people and stuff in his thing.
Okay. He had over 20 people, right?
Right.
But that's still a manageable number for police. If I see somebody having a barbecue, right?
Right.
And I know it's a local barbecue.
Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I can come in and I can concentrate my efforts and come in and write those tickets. But I'm saying these mass gatherings, what we've seen, where people are there's a whole bunch of people at the beach, right? There's a whole bunch of people marching and protesting. A whole bunch of people with guns marching and protesting. I ain't seen nobody being arrested or getting tickets for that.
It depends in wherever and stuff in America. So a specific place in America, they've got them. They got the work. Here, they've got the work. I've known people personally that's got the $1,000. I seen the chick coming to work crying.
When you seen them getting it, right? Were they getting it as
the beaches?
At the beaches.
At the beaches.
Okay.
At the beaches, because that's what I'm saying. The girl and her friend and stuff with her girlfriend, because she's a lesbian.
Right.
They were skateboarding together, enjoying that weather on that day, and the cops like, hey. And then like when people seen them get the ticket, people's like, oh shit, they're out here giving tickets. Pack up the kids.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. So like I said, from one angle and stuff, whatever you're looking at, yes, I understand you're speaking from your POV.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. From there's another point of view and stuff whatever. It's the world's bigger than just us. Because at the end of the day, people are still.
To know. I would like to know what is the ratio of people who are going
you have to hunt for that data.
What are people going to the park versus people getting into the tickets?
Because
I don't think it's at the level where people are really afraid to gather. I don't.
It's that's what I'm saying. Like it depends on the vicinity, because in the vicinity and stuff, if you can space out like that and stuff, whatever,
right?
Then you're kosher,
right?
After those tickets and stuff got issued and stuff, whatever, my friend with her girlfriend and stuff. Her girlfriend lives in that vicinity.
Okay.
So that's the reason why they had no problem in going to get a little exercise and stuff, whatever, within that area, right? But then to prove her point and stuff for there, she's like, she rode her bike through there and stuff for there one day after work to go to her girl spot and stuff, whatever. And she's seen them up and down and stuff in the sand and on the boardwalk area, looking for people and stuff for her to get. But the crowds and stuff realized that, like, oh shit, last sunny day, I guess like in March, April time, whatever.
Yes.
Like around before the Easter time.
Yes.
The tickets was getting issued. So now people and stuff will probably went like here and here to like here and there.
Right.
Whatever, right? So it's kind of like, if we cough or sneeze, it's not nowhere near them. So they're a little bit more settled and stuff in the beaches area. Trinity Bellvid, they not set up there because they wasn't thinking like the way how the people in the beaches are. They're in two different sections. So that's what I'm saying. That's just a different dance. But neither the less and stuff, whatever. Fucking salute to Patrick Brown, your mayor. He even made a statement. He made a tweet and stuff. He's like, this is the reason why we don't open up shit like Toronto's dumbass and stuff, whatever, too. Because they're like, we got to do our job. Somebody has to answer for this. The mayor, he's upset. He's disappointed and everything like that.
Since this whole thing started, he's been, I haven't been upset and disappointed. Dude, you're letting the city run wild, man. This is what we're saying here. If you're not enforcing these bylaws, people are just going to do what they want to do. And yeah, you can slap a few wrists, but you got to be slapping a lot more than just a few wrists for people to get the point.
No, you got to slap. You got to slap at least 90%.
But this is what I'm saying.
90%.
People out here are feeling like they could just go ahead and do whatever they're doing and not face any consequences.
Right, because it's people.
Whether from COVID, whether from bylaw officers.
Mm-hmm. I agree to that. Next thing and stuff, whatever. Let's talk about the real quick and stuff, the Verzuz battle and stuff last night with Beenie Man and Bounty Killer. So for the folks, and stuff, whatever, the Verzuz battle.
That's a Jamaican salute.
For the folks at home and stuff, whatever, this Verzuz battle, this weekend. So we caught the one last night on the Saturday.
Right.
But by the time you hear this and stuff, whatever, the Monday one we didn't catch yet.
Yeah.
But there's two actually going on for this weekend and stuff for this Memorial Day in America. So the first one. Quick
prediction, because like we're saying, this is going to drop after it airs. We got 112 or Jagged Edge?
I feel like 112 and stuff can take this in my world because I feel like Jagged Edge and stuff, whatever, they have a few, but not that many compared to like the whole 112 dance.
See, it's funny because I was talking to my boy DJ Richard, and he was thinking, he said he couldn't think of more than 4 112 hits.
Okay, so give me your 112 hits because for Jagged Edge, I got Let's Get Married.
Right.
Let's Get Married remix.
Right.
He Can't Love You Like I Love You with a Party at the Nelly track.
Mm.
And I think that's it.
And for the
112, I got Cupid. Only You remix with Mace.
Right. Peaches and Cream. Sky's the Limit. And then you have what's that other song and stuff, whatever. That is it Supercat? Oh, na 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 na, oh, you don't know what you're doing to me. It's like a ska beat and stuff for that. I think it's Supercat. Don't quote me. This is a Podical son, not Prodigal. I'm not giving you the fact, but I'm pretty sure it's a Supercat track. Okay.
And everything and stuff. But there's a few tracks and stuff.
I can't remember that track.
Like Rock the Boat for the middle. It has a little piece of stuff in there now. I don't want to fucking go on YouTube and stuff to go look for it. But yeah, as I said, I feel like 112 and stuff has a few more pop culture things and stuff and everything. Okay. But then like the sky's the limit because they got 20, right? It's 20 for 20. So yeah, but so the Beenie Man and stuff, whatever. How'd you like it?
I thought it was cool. I like
it. Is Supercat.
It's Supercat.
It is Supercat. I was like, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, nah. You don't know what you're doing to me. And then Hot and Wet with Luda and everything. But go ahead. Back to Beenie.
Yeah, no, I liked this Verzuz simply because the technical issues was a non-issue.
They broke social distancing though.
Yeah, they broke social distancing. But so did Teddy Riley.
We don't know if those people live with Teddy Riley.
We don't know if they live with Teddy Riley.
Yeah.
We don't know if those people live there in that big yard.
You think
that big tenement,
Beenie Man and Bounty Killer live in one?
That could be a big tenement yard, yo. And listen, we know those people don't live with Teddy Riley. Teddy Riley had people in the studio working, in different sections of the studio working. So majority of those people were work crew. Maybe one or two were family members boogieing and something. The dancer definitely wasn't no family member.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
That's that argument. Go ahead.
Anyway, back to Beenie and Bounty, right? Yes, they did break social distancing rules. I see maybe out of the 24 that might have been in there, maybe I might have spot maybe 3 or 4 masks, the most probably, right? But hey, they want to kill themselves for the culture. I'm here for the culture. I'm here for the culture, man. And that night was definitely a win for the culture.
The views was good. The views didn't go higher than Luda and Nelly's.
No.
They went higher than Nelly's and stuff. I think at one point it hit 501K.
Nelly's hit 500?
No. Beenie and Bounty.
Beenie and Bounty.
Beenie and Bounty hit 501K. And one time it jumped 523.
523 was
523 the max is that I seen.
Right.
Whatever, right? And I think everything else stuff was underneath that. And I think the lowest and stuff, whatever, was probably like, after it started, probably like 280.
Yeah.
So
like, Nelly and them had a bigger...
No, they had a lower number.
So right now it's Jill and Erica leading the run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to say like I guess part of Nelly and Luda's crowd and stuff whatever vanished with Nelly and his mosaic technical difficulty shit.
Right.
So people weren't with the shits like that, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. So this one was kind of good. Yeah. What else? What else from your side?
And I think what kind of made this. I mean, there's a lot of things that went into making this one special, but I think what really sold it is that like in the 90s, like these guys, they were rivaling DJs. You know what I mean? Like one would make a song, the other would make a counteraction to the song that was the other just made, and they would go back and forth at it. You know what I mean? And the argument was always who was the better. You know, we call them DJ, they're regular artists, but who's the better DJ? Is it Bounty Killer or is it Beenie Man? And it came to a point where they went head to head and clashed. So this is nothing new for the two of them.
Well, now explain to me and stuff, whatever. Like if I'm not with the culture, why do they call them DJs? Because they never spin behind the table, like and to like the North American world, or to the regular DJ name and stuff. There's the disc jockey,
right? And
they're not disc jockeys. Why do they call them DJs there?
So I think the term pretty much came from the disc jockey who spun the records was majority of times the MC. So he would grab the mic and he would conduct the ceremonies for whatever said party or whatever is happening. So,
but they never spun records before.
The
Beenie and Bounty?
No. Right. But I'm saying how like the term DJ had just came across, right? So at the beginning, the DJ himself, he was the
did
MC.
everything. He did everything all in one,
right? Yeah.
But then when it's separated and stuff,
so when it's separated,
you have the MC.
But they never called that person the MC. They just said he was just.
Oh, so like in the reggae dancehall thing, they never separated it.
No, he was just.
Gotcha.
He's just a DJ. He's part of the crew. So, like, let's say we have a sound crew.
Okay.
And the sound crew is like it's like maybe 4 DJs, right? And then one dude one of the DJs, he's actually the one that does all the talking, right? They still just considered him the DJ. They didn't give him the master of ceremony or the MC title or nothing. He's just a DJ and he's DJing on a record. Instead of just DJing the record, he's DJing on a record. He's putting the vocals to the record. So that's how that term kind of stuck with that.
Right. No, because that's what I'm saying. Like an explanation was needed.
Oh yeah, no.
You have,
for sure.
You have like Jam Master Jay.
Right.
Never said too much never said anything on a mic. He just did his ones and twos. But then you have Spinderella,
right,
who came away from the mic.
Yeah.
Away from the turntables,
right,
and said a few things and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
But she's still known as DJ Spinderella.
She's still known as the DJ Spinderella because that's her main role, right? So these guys in the Jamaican culture now, the DJ who more often is a part of the sound crew, the DJ is also the MC. Like and you'll find a lot of these sounds where multiple DJs will be, the multiple MCs. Like
Right.
There's no one particular person unless, it comes to a point where they're clashing against another sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then they'll have the strongest DJ playing the music and then the strongest MC, he just doesn't do anything about MCing. Right. So I guess that term kind of lent itself when people who weren't a part of the sound crew, but were still looking for the breaks to DJ on whatever a record was being played, picked up the mic and started chatting lyrics and so forth like that. What we would consider an artist, the people just looked at him and say, okay, he's just a DJ, right? So them being two of the most legendary, I would say, dance hall artists. I wouldn't say particularly put them in the reggae category because reggae and dance hall is two separate categories. Reggae is more of a cultural venture. Hip-hop? Where you have you have like a Burning Spears, a Peter Tosh, a Bob Marley. We're singing conscious stuff. It's the music is more conscious.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the basis of reggae. Where dance hall is
you move.
Yeah, less consciousness, more about partying and celebration.
So then that's like Common Sense the rapper.
Right.
And then you have Juvenile Back That Ass Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or backpack rap and mainstream rap.
Backpack rap could be mainstream though.
Could be.
Explain J. Cole.
But dancehall could also be considered crossover into that reggae realm.
But so dancehall could be reggae. So you can have a conscious dancehall track.
Oh, in its totality, right? You're gonna say it's reggae, right? But then you have a dancehall artist that won't do like your traditional reggae songs, right? He's more into the up tempo songs that you're gonna dance to.
You mean a reggae artist doing dancehall stuff?
Doing dancehall.
Oh, okay, because when you started off, it was like a dancehall artist doing dancehall. I'm like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, dancehall artist doing dancehall stuff, right? But he can also switch gears and do. He can do conscious tracks. He can do the slower music and so forth.
But I went like his whole album. Well, let's say if he had 2 conscious tracks, his album and still more dancehall. It's still more dancehall.
It'll be more dancehall.
Right. When Peter Tosh, whatever, or Bob Marley will be a straight reggae.
Right.
Even if they have one dancehall track.
Exactly.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Okay. So like I said, it's just to decipher the two to the people who don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. Like it's kind of like, speaking to somebody and stuff, whatever, right? Who doesn't know. Last night when we were watching and everything, I'm like, they're like, oh, what's the difference between reggae and dancehall? And I explained something similar to them and stuff like that, but I had to break it down to like the way I broke it down just a while ago. Yeah. Because a lot of people don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
a lot of people don't know.
The fact that a lot of people don't know, they won't know the artist. So, and then when they won't know the artist.
And this is what I'm saying. When I say, as far as like, these guys are legendary as far as dancehall is concerned, because I don't want to say legendary as far as reggae is concerned, because then people are, when you think reggae, you automatically think Bob Marley. Right. You think Peter Tosh, right? You think of those. And those guys, they're icons and legends in their own right.
Right.
They're just not, they're not dancehall, right? So that's it, man. And it's just a situation where, they had their tit for tat. Squashed that, grew up in the industry, became
most of them. Most of the verses.
Yeah.
I think the only people that never went at it with the verses is like maybe Cream and RZA. And Swiss and Tim. That's it. Like Jill, her and Thing kind of had a like not severe.
Right.
It wasn't severe. The same thing and stuff with Nelly and Luda. They said that it's kind of like Luda made Pussy Poppin', and Nelly made Tip Drill, to let them know. So it's like it was always competition.
Always competition. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, and I guess that was really it. And then obviously it's the first time where we're seeing another genre being introduced. So we went from hip hop, then we went to R&B, and so now we have reggae. And so it's just one of those things where people who may have not been in tune to what Verzuz was doing before,
right,
because they are, they fall into the realm of the dance hall music, and these are upper echelon artists in that realm. You know what I mean? They got sucked in. You know what I mean? So it was cool, man. It was cool to be from Jamaica and then just be looking in the chat rooms and just seeing Jamaican flags, because Jamaicans are just, they proud and bossy as shit.
No, it was cool. It was cool to watch. I was looking at the views thing and stuff for that. I know the music and stuff from both artists.
Yeah.
I don't expect everybody else to know. So that's why when I seen it was that high, I was grateful, because I want to say it was on a realm where for Verzuz to kind of come from more of a hip hop R&B origin.
Right.
More predominantly more hip hop.
Yeah.
For it to now tap into another genre, and it to still, I want to say, bring some of the love, and then people were already fans of the other people and stuff, whatever, right?
Bring them in.
So it kind of reeled them in and stuff with it. So it's kind of like, if you didn't know, now you know and stuff with it. Because I seen like there's one person and stuff, whatever, made a comment like when we were talking in between songs, like, yo, I need subtitles. Because they're not from, you can tell they're not.
Tony Baker,
Tony Baker. But there's other people and stuff like, echoing the same thing, because they don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like,
but it's funny because, I mean, and that's the thing. That's the thing with these two artists, because even though a good portion of people might have been in the room and not have been exposed to like the dance hall culture itself,
right?
With Beenie and Bounty, they've had reggae songs that actually transcended past the genre itself,
right?
And have played in mainstream clubs. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? They'll be more recognizable to probably the average Joe than, let's say, another dancehall artist per se, right?
Yeah.
You think of songs like Simma, Who Has the Keys to My Bema?
Right.
How much white people sing that song? You know? You know what I mean? So that's also like songs like that kind of transcend the genre, and then people know them from that, and maybe do a little research. Hey, I kind of like that song. What do they have other
right,
than that? You know what I mean? And then kind of gravitate towards them.
But I don't know how many crossover hits does Bounty have though. Because Bounty, I know he has a Swiss Beat song and stuff like that. Guilty track.
Song. He has
Right.
No, I can't remember the name of the track. But
that's what it is.
But it's the same crossover appeal, and the reason why I can't remember the name of the track is because because it had that crossover appeal. But for those who it's meant for, that's probably the song that they'll recognize from Bounty the most than these other songs.
Yeah, I don't know. I disagree with that because you got to drop them, because it's kind of like if I ask you and stuff, whatever, give me a top Chris Rock joke. You can mention that, whatever. So give me a top track, whatever. And if you can't, then it may not be crossover type of thing. It just may be.
But the tracks, well, that's what I'm saying. The tracks, what I would gravitate towards, they wouldn't be crossover.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying he has crossover tracks that won't necessarily come to my mind, because those are not tracks that I would feel and deemed worthy of locking in. You know what I mean? But there's somebody else who likes that sort of music.
Yeah, I ain't asking nobody else. I'm asking you though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm representing somebody who is not with that crossover.
Right, and if I'm speaking from a realm of stuff where I'm not accustomed to that world,
right,
and everything and stuff, whatever.
Right.
I can gravitate to Beenie Man for the Simma, because I heard that reference even reused as from Redman, from I'll Be That. If I'm coming from the hip hop realm and stuff, whatever, and I hear like is it Sean Desmond or something like that, reference a thing like that too. Yeah. So from the pop world, I'm coming from there, and the hip hop world, I'm coming from there. So if I trace the origin, I can come back. But that's what I'm saying. If I can't trace an origin or even know where Bounty and stuff is from, whatever, then I'm just gonna watch it more for the Beenie thing.
And it's also, I would also chalk it as a demographic thing too, as opposed to not just a genre and adhering to a genre and having crossover appeal that takes you outside of your genre.
Mm-hmm.
I would also probably just make reference to geographical regions and how music is played. Okay, so for instance,
if you're in the reggae scene or you're in the dancehall scene, you're gonna hear that.
If you're in the reggae scene, you're in the dancehall scene, you're gonna hear that. But okay, but also, for instance, though, growing up here in Toronto, right? Mm. When I go to clubs, right, and the clubs are playing mixed music, they're going to have a reggae set there.
Absolutely.
Playing, right? So even though these guys may not have crossover hits, they're gonna have songs that are gonna be played during these reggae sets, what people are gonna hear and then get familiar with. So that's why I'm saying it's not weird, or I don't find it weird when I see a person outside of my culture that says, yeah, they like Bounty Killer. Mm-hmm. Because at some point, if you're at a club, you've most likely heard a Bounty Killer track during a reggae set.
Right, but okay, even paraphrasing to like some things you said, whatever, before, you said that if the people listen to the music and stuff you're listening to, they're in your culture.
Yes.
I go to clubs and stuff whatever in Cleveland. I'm not hearing no Bounty Killer.
That's
track.
what I just said. Geographically.
Right, yeah.
Geographically, depending on where you are.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at it and stuff, whatever, like, if, let's say, majority of the world of the whole Verzuz thing kind of started from, like, let's say, originated in America.
Right.
Not every place in America would get that. New York, Miami, possible Cali, and, like, that's it, whatever. Cleveland has Jamaican folk.
Yeah.
But they're playing a Jamaican specific type of setting.
Right.
But not in a regular top 40 mixed type of club like how you're saying that would happen here in Toronto. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for those numbers and stuff, this is why the numbers and stuff, whatever, to me, kind of mean a lot more, because I'm looking at them like, I'm speaking from like, not only my POV, but even like to the like people that I was watching it with. Yeah. They're not part of that world. And then for them to like say,
but you also gotta look at it. You can't just look at it North American wise, right? You gotta look at it
worldwide.
You gotta look at
it. There's dancehall clubs in Japan and everything.
Right. So you gotta look at it on a global level. And then, you know what I mean, even though it may
there was Stefflon Don was in that bitch.
Right.
In the UK when it was playing, I think it was like 1 a.m. So for the fact that people up at 1 a.m. just to see it, I get that. But that's what I'm saying. Like
all over Europe. You know what I mean? So it's
pockets.
No, Europe is, listen, the reggae market in Europe is way bigger than it is in North America. Way bigger.
But the population isn't.
But the population might not be, but the amount of people listening to the music is going to be, it's vastly larger. Yo, they have huge reggae festivals in Europe.
I know they have reggae festivals in America too, but that's what I'm saying. It's like I said, it's the numbers.
Right.
It's the men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Exactly.
And that's my thing and stuff is that when we use these things and stuff to the numbers, I can tell you right now and stuff, whatever. Like Beyonce is the top artist of all time and stuff and everything like whatever. But then if we match up numbers and stuff and it happened to say like Selena Gomez does the same Beyonce numbers and stuff with her, and we have the concrete facts.
Yes.
That's a different dance from me giving my opinion to like the facts.
Yes.
Whatever, right? But like I said, like I get it. Like I said, it's a good look. And I'm glad that like the fact that if you didn't know, now you know, kind of thing and stuff, whatever, happened and stuff, whatever, much less. I was just wondering and stuff that I'm like, to a person now, like you same thing, you're like, oh, I like that track. You don't heard it before. You're like, I like that track.
Yeah.
Might go see if I can play it on Spotify, go stream it somewhere, and in any case, Spotify gonna me some money for that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, in any case, like if they don't know, now they know.
Now they know.
And now they can go do more research and stuff and look exactly.
They can go check out the discography.
And that's the beauty thing and stuff that pertains to like all these versus battles. Because you're like, damn, I didn't know Teddy Riley was behind New Jack Swing. Damn, I didn't know that, that RZA made, You're All I Need To.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, if you don't know, now you know, and now it's giving you a chance to kind of divulge deeper. Because even like Jill Scott's numbers, like, not even Jill Scott's, but a lot of times after the Verzuz battles, everybody's streams and stuff go up.
Yes.
So I expect, like, even this Memorial Day weekend and stuff, whatever, somewhere, Bounty streams are jumping up. If they were at like 100,
sure.
the bitches is at like 1 million now.
For sure.
And then everything is, and Beenie and stuff is the same.
For sure. It's so funny when you think about it, right? Because here they are, and Swiss said the same thing. I mean, people were leaving Beenie and Bounty out in the streets because it's like country and rock and roll is the only, and some R&B is the only genres where you're allowed to, you know, get old and still be recognized and still, you know what I mean, still be called back to do certain things and so forth like that. In hip hop, once you pass a certain stage, you're regulated to the oldies tours. When you're in reggae, you pass a certain stage, you're regulated to the oldies tours, and only people who, you know, who grew up with you in your time of dominance will appreciate you, right? So yeah, so now it's like you're opening up the doors to a whole new generation who might have never even considered listening to your music first and foremost, because they're just thinking of you as old, right?
Right.
But then they hear these guys playing new music and they're like, yo, that shit is pretty alright.
I think Beenie,
that shit's okay.
Like, I think Beenie, because I had Beenie and stuff whatever before, but I even think Beenie and stuff whatever is like, I want to say, he kind of reminds me of Snoop. Like, he's old, but he's still relevant. And he finds a way to always make him do, like this. When Beenie first came out, Red Bull wasn't even around. Red Bull drink wasn't around. Nope. And then when you hear rum and Red Bull and stuff whatever, you're like, oh, that's the guy who did that track. Yeah, like exactly. I said, I'm looking at it from, I know Beenie. Right. And then you gotta look at it from like, if you didn't know Beenie and stuff, whatever, right? Because I had like people in the room, they're like, oh, I didn't know Beenie Man did that track and stuff, whatever. So I'm like, right. Like I said, if you don't know, now you know, whatever, right? But as I'm saying, like, the fact that if he came out, picture if you made a song from like early 90s to like in the 2010s, and you're still known and stuff, whatever, through like I call generations change every 10 years. Yeah. So like every generation and stuff, whatever, you're still coming out with tracks that are kind of there. You're solid.
Yeah, man.
You're solid. Not a lot of artists can do that. That's greatness.
Relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the other thing I'd like to highlight, what I found very interesting within this with these Verzuz battles, because you're right, you're getting a lot of people who are new to this, being exposed to artists they've never heard before. But then you're also having like, you know, fans like yourself and myself who know these people for the music that they're doing, that they did. But just the exchange that's happening while it's going on, just those little stories that you're getting.
Oh, that's what I want to say, quote unquote old school music. Yeah, I'm not using old school like it's old shit, but I want to say like music brings you to that place like the first time you heard it. Right. Whatever, right? Because like it's just like I heard Babyface or Dido to occasions from my mom. Like my mom, she would clean house on a specific day, and when that shit came out, I was like too young to understand occasions. Like I'm like, is it Christmas? Yeah. Like, is it my birthday? Is it back to school? Those are my occasions, whatever, right? And then it's like, you know, that's day and night. I'm like, well, I know day and I know night, but like I'm like freaking 4 or 5 years old trying to process, but I know my mom loves the shit out of this song. Right. So now when I'm hearing this one, like say 10 years to that, whatever, and I hear the song again, I'm like, oh shit, my mom used to play this song when she used to clean. It brings you back to that time you first heard it. Exactly. But not
only to bring it back to that time when you first heard it, okay, the dude who produced it is telling you what he was thinking about while he was making that song.
Not all, but most.
But but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. A lot of times you're getting certain histories and so forth like that. Like, right. Like rest in peace, Bobby Digital, who's a huge reggae producer.
Don't know him.
See, again, unless you're like deep into the realm of saying to yourself, you listen past the records, right, and you actually know who's producing, you wouldn't know him. Right. I know him because I was a reggae disc jockey.
Right.
So I know the Digital B label. That's Bobby Digital's label. Anything that's produced on that label has most likely been produced by Bobby Digital, right?
And Bobby Digital knows RZA.
There you go. A lot of people didn't even know that there was a Bobby Digital before that Bobby Digital, right? So here it is. This dude just passes, like I think the day before the Verzuz battle happens, right? He passes. I know him from certain songs that he did, right? I did not know he did Beenie Man's very first single. And that's the very first thing Beenie Man dropped. He was like, yo, first and foremost, rest in peace, Bobby Digital. This was the first song I ever cut.
Mm-hmm.
He did it. And then he played the song. It's like, oh, shit. I remember that song. And it's like, oh, shit. I didn't know Bobby Digital produced that. So, you know what I mean? A lot of times, even the fans are getting much more out of it than they've expected.
Well, I'll close and say, well, salute to the culture. Verzuz, and keep doing what you're doing. It's a beautiful thing.
They have some haters, man, but don't even watch that, man. Just continue to do what you're doing. Continue to do what you're doing.
Such as life. If you're not doing great shit, whatever, don't expect people not to hate you. If you're doing whack shit, ain't nobody gonna say shit to you.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
There you go.
Yeah, so keep doing what you're doing and stuff, whatever. Hopefully tons more store. Hopefully, actually and stuff, whatever. I want to say the other great thing, and I hope this doesn't change from the Verzuz thing too much, because a lot of places are freeing up on restrictions, and the fact to still even gather over 250K people looking at the devices when, you know, you could be at Trinity Bellvid Park. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get it twisted. A lot of people were at Trinity Bellvid Park watching it.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know and stuff, but the fact that people still find the time and stuff to still look at it when their restrictions are free, compared to like you were confined and you had less to do.
Yeah.
Living room, bedroom, washroom, repeat. But now you're kind of like expanding some things. It's probably like, well, I probably don't have to do this like that, or probably, you know. So hopefully that this doesn't change too much and the views still keep going to do great numbers and stuff. Next on the topics and stuff, whatever. We got a mom in New York teaching her daughter how to dance on a stripper pole. I don't know if you've seen the video.
Yeah, I seen the video. This was about a couple weeks back.
Yeah, a few weeks back.
Well, she put her daughter on the pole, and then she went up on the pole and kind of made her daughter sit on her, and they just, yeah.
How you feel about it?
Yeah, I just think it's a worthless mom.
You think it's a worthless mom?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeesh, I never heard you speak like that before.
I know.
This hit different.
Yeah, it did.
Why? Yeah, hit me on. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'll tell you why. Go first.
I just don't think you should be exposing your children to that type of realm. You know what I mean? It's especially at the age where they can't comprehend or understand anything that you're doing, and you're making the act seem trivial and fun when a lot of times it's far from that. Now, not to say that I'm not looking at, pole dancing on a whole in any particular light, but
that's a workout though. That whole pole dance.
Oh, it's a work. Listen, man. Yeah. You have. It's an art form.
It's an art form.
It's an art form. You have some people who are really, really good at it, and I tip my hats off to those people, because it takes a lot of muscle control, a lot of upper body, lower body strength to latch onto the damn pole and so forth like that.
And less clothes mean better grip.
Less clothes mean better grip.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a fan if you just gonna grab the pole like this and then kind of use the pole for balance and do the rest. He's like, nah, you don't need the pole, right?
Right.
So, I mean, to look at it at that way, yes. Okay. That is cool. But in the context of what you're doing, why you have a pole, and then to be like, okay, I'm going to show my daughter. It's almost like you trying to tell yourself, I'm going to show my daughter the ropes. It's not even like you saying, hey, I'm a real artistic pole dancer and this is what I'm teaching my daughter.
I mean, we don't know.
Did those look like artistic pole dancing moves to you?
I see some artsy pole dancing though. Those techniques?
Did those look like artsy pole dancing to you?
Yeah. If we watch the video again and stuff, whatever, we compare like that and like another like a competition or something like that. Mm-hmm. Those moves and stuff are pretty much similar. Facts.
I'll leave you in your twerking fantasies alone.
That's not even a twerking fantasy.
I'll leave you in your twerking fantasies alone.
See, my thing and stuff is that the little girl could have been doing a lot worse because I feel like a lot of people and stuff, they might have the little kid like might do a little knee squat thing and might look like they twerking, and then you might have some adults and start clapping like, "Go ahead, shake your little booty in your diaper."
Yeah, but
this little girl wasn't doing
against all of that though. All of that. I listen, man. Mm-hmm. I don't separate that crap. I throw it all in one big crap box. Gotcha. If you got your little daughter twerking on camera or you got her sliding on the pole, listen, man. No. Gotcha. That's a no for me both ways.
I'm not for it because you gotta be mindful of what you fucking post, people. Like I say that shit all the time. That right there could have been an in-house type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, but like this. I'm not a fan of parents smoking weed with their children.
Right.
But we know there's parents that smoke weed with their children.
Oh yeah.
If they post this shit, we'll know who the parents are.
Right.
If they don't post it, we won't know.
Right.
Because she posted, that's why people call police on her and about the child services and everything. It's a private video you keep to your fucking self.
Yeah.
And like your personal close peoples and stuff. Don't go posting it. She posted it, she wanted to smoke. That's my thing. You don't want to smoke, don't post.
She didn't want it. She wanted the clout. She wanted.
But that's what I'm saying. She wanted the clout, but she got the smoke. That's what I'm saying. So she can't feel like any other type of way. And the other thing and stuff is why I'm not with those type of shits and stuff, especially when it comes to kids involved. Yo, these streets, there are a lot of pedophiles out in these streets.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like man. Even like myself, like my page and stuff, even my Instagram page and stuff itself, whatever, it's open. So I'm mindful. I have tons of photos of my son.
Right.
But I'm not going to go plastering the thing and stuff with my son's photo.
Right.
Some people and stuff, whatever they do, what I don't condone is that their kid is not old enough to operate like an Instagram, but they're giving their kid her own Instagram page.
Instagram account, yeah.
And if I'm a pedophile, I just put up like a white mom or a baby photographer fake ass profile, and then I have jerk off material.
Yeah.
Pretty much whatever, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to expose my child to these kind of dangers, so I'm be mindful what you post. And that's just how I feel and stuff, whatever. Like, and so these pedophiles and stuff, they're not going away. Like, they're here. So before you post some things like that, especially like with your child, I was saying, just keep it in mind.
She's just, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Because I mean, like I said, pedophiles are here. We got to accept the fact that, like, they've been here way back when, and they ain't going nowhere.
They're not going nowhere.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I always had this thing, pedophiles. With all those sex dolls, why don't they make a child doll for the pedophiles? Chemical castration is not killing their urges.
Yeah, but you know what? I hear it's actually illegal.
To make a doll that looks like a kid?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
And where? In a country or a state and everything? I know in the UK, I think, was it the UK? There was a guy, I think he got caught bringing one into the UK.
Right.
And he went in through the whole courts thing and stuff, whatever over there.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's just solely in the UK, but that was I guess real dolls would be the king in that zone as far as it comes to making those.
Are they the ones that make the $5,000 or all of them is just expensive?
I believe so.
All of them is just expensive like that?
I believe so.
Okay.
But yeah, I heard, there's been quite a few times where people have tried to order them because you can customize them, right?
Right.
People have tried to customize them
like
to the point where they're almost like little children.
Oh, so let's say I'm a fan of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
Right.
But I don't care for big breasts.
Right.
So I have to go to like a specific cup size. If I go any lower, I might be in a range of danger to them.
Right.
Oh.
Right. So
I hope every company works like that. That's slick though.
Yeah. So depending on how, you send them the dimensions, you send them this, that, and the third. So when they put it together, depending on how it looks, if it looks like
it could be the shape of a child and everything, or like height requirement and some weight.
Right. Then they nix
they flag it.
They nix that. Yeah, they flag it.
That's okay.
I think I even heard of one situation where, and I don't know how true it is, where I don't know if they went through, if they sent it to the person and then the person got charged.
In North America?
I don't think it was North America.
Okay.
I don't think it was North America.
Because I'm saying, like, my thing and stuff is that,
and it could be a urban legend, but I heard a case like that where
urban legend. I've heard that word in a minute. Oh, I haven't heard that word in a hot minute.
But I heard there was a case like that where they waited to the person to actually receive this doll,
mm-hmm.
and they charged them with that.
That's like the Chris Hansen, the ketchup predator.
Mm.
Like they wait for the guy to come in there with the wine cooler and the beer. Have a seat. You know why I'm here? You know why you're here? And then be like, we're here to catch you. I mean, no, because in the ideal world and stuff and everything like that, that's not my type of thing. Like, that's why I'm not a fan of Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, they have tracks. I can't sexualize those girls because they look like kids to me.
Yeah.
They look like kids to me. Like, what if the pedophile said, I want a sex doll that looks like Ariana Grande? No tits, no ass, tiny like that. Would that be a problem too?
I don't think that would be a problem because you're basing it off of somebody that we know is of age.
She don't got no tits and ass, and she look kind of young and shit.
Yeah, but we know she's an adult. We know she's an adult.
But there's tons of women that look like adult. Tons of women that look like they better be like adult. But there's tons of women that look like kids. That have like a kid like frame and petite frame and built like that.
But you don't know that, right? So you
mean you don't know? I know a few tiny.
No, but I'm saying as a manufacturer, you don't know that, right? So you're gonna operate within your guidelines. You're gonna just base it on my guidelines. Yes, this doll that I'm looking at that looks like a 12-year-old doll may actually be based off of
my dream woman from high school.
Some 28-year-old that you actually know,
right?
But I don't know that.
You don't know that.
I don't want to take the risk, so I'm just gonna say,
protect your ass, protect your company.
So I'm just gonna say, hey, forget it.
All right, cool. This is just a thought. Next thing and stuff. Whatever to talk about. A woman who started a GoFundMe page, account, for IVF, in vitro fertilization.
Okay.
And she didn't meet her goals for her donation and stuff. So her goal donation and stuff was actually $35K. She didn't make the $35K.
How much she ended up with? Did it say how much she ended up with?
She came close to like about 22 grand.
22. Okay.
Like 21 and some change, like 21,800 and stuff like close to 22 grand.
Yeah.
And she didn't make the goals and stuff like that. She didn't meet the goals, so she gave up on doing the whole in vitro procedure and stuff, whatever. And a lot of people complained and said to her, like, went on her Facebook and said, like, you said you're not doing the surgery now. Can we get our money back? But she's like, no, those are donations you guys gave to me.
Yeah.
They're mine.
Yeah.
But I say, do you think that's fraud that she doesn't give the money back?
Yeah, that's the risk you run, man. When you're donating.
Right, because it's not like something like a Kickstarter. Kickstarter, if your goal is 10 grand.
Yeah.
And if you don't make the 10 grand, everybody gets their money back. This is a GoFundMe.
It's a GoFundMe.
This is strictly no business purpose. This is just a donation purpose. So once you give, forget.
That's it. And you just only hope that your money's gonna go to a good cause. I mean, even when you're donating to like regular foundation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these foundations not on the up and up, right? A lot of them is taking that money and doing
World Vision with the fat lady.
Taking your money and doing shit.
Yo, what was that fat lady's name, man? I forget her name.
Is it Sally Brothers?
Sally something.
They just taking your money and doing shit with your money, right?
Yeah, it's true.
You can't ask for
that money back.
No.
Can't ask for that money back.
You just gotta eat that.
Yeah, you have to hug that, bruv.
Hug
that, bruv. Yeah. Hey. Shout out to the UK, man. You have to hug that, bruv. Yo, I don't know, man. You come off I don't know. I don't try to give donations like that if it's not a reach out and touch one moment.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it's a reach one and touch one moment and stuff, whatever, like, I feel like if you ask me for a donation for, I don't know, whatever music cause and stuff you have,
right?
I'd be like, all right, boom, here you go, $10. $10 right here.
Let's do it.
Simple and forget it.
Let's do
but
it.
If I have to go online, log in, ship some shit, it's extra work to me. I'm not doing it.
You're not about that life.
I'm not about that life and stuff, whatever, right? So that's what I'm saying. I feel like, and I don't know, I feel like not everybody's a white knight in a shining armor. Oh. Let's talk about some shit.
All right. I'm always here for the shits.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Ready for my bad joke?
It's gotta be bad. I mean,
I don't know. We're shooting some shit. Okay, let's see if it hit. Okay. Let's see if it hit. Hopefully it sticks.
All right.
A white knight in shining armor, male feminist, and a simp, quote unquote simp. You know what a simp is?
Explain. I have an idea of what a simp is. But
simp is the definition of a simp and stuff in today's kids' terminology of Generation Z, the ones that call boomers, okay boomers and everything, is a guy who does a lot of things for a woman that's not his girl in hopes of getting something.
Right.
Right? An acronym I heard was actually pretty fucking hilarious. Suckers idolizing mediocre pussy. Ladies, not my words, that's their words, but it's fucking hilarious.
Slap.
Yeah. You know? Sounds like a plan. So, a white knight, a male feminist, you know them, they all about, you know, it's her body's her choice, and those type of women rights and everything, and a simp walk into a bar. Who gets the woman?
I'll say the simp.
You say the simp?
I say the simp.
Go ahead.
A woman looking to wrap somebody around their finger.
The
most easiest one out of the equation is the simp.
Simp is the simp? I got my money on the white knight.
You got your money on the white knight?
I got my money on the white knight, whatever. Because I feel like if we swoop in and save the day, I feel like it holds some merit for that moment.
Right.
And it's up to him to kind of capitalize and go win further. I heard a ton of women say, you know, they could be into a guy and they do one dumb shit or they say one stupid thing.
And that's it.
And then they're done.
That's it.
They're done. But I feel like if the white knight and stuff would have just swoops in.
Right.
And kind of slides in and stuff and then kind of capitalize on that, whatever, he's good to go. But a white knight might be the category of a simp though, too.
I was about to say, what if the white knight swoops in, right? Does whatever he has to do, but the girl is thinking, yo, that's a simp.
Simp, that's what I'm saying. Yo, I heard some shit about the simps, whatever, right? Like a simp, I heard, here's a guy who's in Texas. So I think there's a girl on Instagram or on Twitter in Australia.
Yeah.
Says she's an attractive woman, attractive blonde chick, whatever. She posts on her account and says she needs help to pay. No, she needs somebody to pay for this traffic violation, which is equivalent to $93 US. Guy in Texas never seen her a day in his life. He just follows her, says, you send me the receipt and I'll e-transfer you back the equivalent and your funds for that. Is that simp? White knight? Or male feminist?
Simp.
Simp? Why you saying so fucking depressed? Why you sound so depressed? He's like,
because some of the simps you want to hold and smack. See, wake the fuck up. But okay. So I think we talked about this on a previous episode.
All right, go ahead.
Would it is the term called the term called incel? Incel.
Okay.
Would incel be a form of simp?
No. Incel won't be, because I want to say like a definition, like a not standardized definition, but Urban Dictionary of simp. Not simps. I'm all in my head. Incel
right.
is a kind of a person and stuff, whatever, that just wants to be recognized. Yes, to an extent,
Right.
but they're not, I want to say, doing things in favor of, like, I guess, the woman.
Okay.
So they're doing things and stuff, whatever, on the lines of stuff like, hopefully they'll just be recognized to the woman.
Okay.
So a simp will buy a woman some shades.
Right.
And an incel will buy shades, so hopefully the woman recognizes him wearing the shades. So he's kind of doing it he's doing it for himself,
right,
just to be noticed.
Right.
When a simp is doing it for her, just to be noticed. So I kind of say those are kind of like the obscure difference between the two.
Right.
Now,
would a white knight be a Chad?
A Chad? What's a Chad?
Chad is the opposite of a simp. Chad is the one that all the women want.
Oh, in my world, Tyrone.
Tyrone.
Call Tyrone. So
the Chad is the Ivy League dude.
With the sweater tied around his neck,
confident,
and just gets the job done.
Right, and looks
that'll be the opposite.
And looks at, like, because the female versions would be, I think they're called Stacy's.
Possibly. I don't give them names.
Dude, I do it.
You give them
when I found out about this world, how it exists,
everything has a name.
And
I just like the Karen name. The Karen name is the one that still slaps to me. Like, we're talking about, like, names and shit, like a group of, like, ferrets is called a business.
Yeah.
A group of Karens is called a privilege. I think that's fucking hilarious. But yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked when I was like, oh shit, they got names for, like, each part of that group.
So what the fuck is my name if my name ain't Marv?
No, you'd be Marv, but you would probably be like a Chad. You'd be a Chad.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you.
Yeah, no, because you're confident. You know what I mean? You do all with ladies and stuff like that.
Bless your heart.
So, and then so would be like...
I consider you a Chad too, by the way.
Yeah, I'd be a Chad.
You know you're a Chad.
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
No incel or simp over here.
Fucking guy. Oh, that's funny. Go ahead. No, but... Okay. Now, I got a story for you. You let me know if this is in the realm of simp. Well, okay, we never really said too much about male feminists. So male feminists, there's one dude, I told the dude to cut his dick off.
Right.
Here's why. We posted a thing about International Men's Day. And when I posted a thing about International Men's Day, I gave, like, the regional stats for the year before.
Right.
About how men commit suicide more than women. 70% of men commit suicide more than women.
Okay.
The domestic violences that are not reported, a lot of mental illnesses from men and everything like that are higher on men's side than anything else, whatever. I posted that and I said, like, Happy International Men's Day. And he said, isn't that every day? So I said, I'm sorry. A lot of times and stuff, whatever, they just think a lot of things are so easy for men when it's not that easy for men, right? And he said, I don't get the point for having International Men's Day, but he understands why they should have International Women's Day. So I told him, like, cut your dick off and don't be a man no more then. Because when you're going through some shit and some trials and tribulations and stuff, whatever, the same people that you're against shouldn't be coming to come save you. No. Or shouldn't be throwing you a hand, like, if you're going through some shit, whatever, you might look depressed, like, Marvin, I need somebody to talk to. And I tell you, you didn't support International Men's Day. Why the fuck would I talk to you? Yeah. Then what? But those ones, her body, her choice, and everything like that. I always consider myself a male feminist to an extent. But I realize that I'm not extreme as some other guys. So I'm just Marv.
All right.
Okay?
You're just Marv.
I'm just Marv. I'm just marvelous.
Marv the semi-feminist.
Yeah, semi, call me whatever you call it. I don't want a title nowhere near. I'm just Marv.
You're just Marv. Okay.
But check it. I have a story now. So dude, I'm not gonna expose too much of dude because it might give away stuff and everything like that. But dude, him and his girlfriend went to he went to go meet up with two former coworkers. Okay. So he used to work at the movie theaters or something like when in high school. Right. And everything like that. And he met up with the coworkers and stuff, two dudes, and they're actually, all three of them were real good friends. Right. Right? They got drunk because, like, this is right when the quarantine thing kind of popped off. So they're like, they're just going to see each other before this whole lockdown thing kicks in. Heavy and all the above. They all got drunk. They were drinking from like 7 p.m. to like whatever the fuck in the morning.
Yeah.
And he felt kind of woozy. So he said he felt like he was going to vomit, but he didn't end up vomiting because he's at one of the guys' house. They're all four of them. So him, his girl, and the two guys and stuff, they're all drinking and stuff. So he felt like he was going to vomit. Didn't vomit. Went to the room, went to his friend's room, and just blacked out.
Right.
So he said when he was going there, it was probably like 11:40-ish. And he kind of closed his eyes on the bed and kind of woke up and stuff like that and realized, like, he's not in his house.
Yeah.
And he didn't vomit.
Right.
And his girl's nowhere near around.
Right.
When he gets up to go in the living room and stuff, whatever, to go see, like, like where his girl is, where his friends are, he see them spit roasting the girl. That's why I said it, fucker. I thought it's a porno word. Spit roasting. One in the front, get topped off by the girlfriend, one in the back. They're having the time of their life.
Right.
So he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she had to pop the dick out, babe, I'm sorry. I think that's fucked up. And then all of them are apologizing to him.
Wow.
And he's in tears. And he just walks out. He just walks out, whatever, right? He just grabbed, they said he grabbed the coat, but he forgot something.
Yeah.
But he wasn't with the shits.
All right.
And then he was just crying and stuff for her, took an Uber to go back. And he told her, don't come back to the house.
Yeah.
Go to her mother's house.
Right.
And everything and stuff, whatever, right? Set person who knows him is like, you should talk to Marv. He has a podcast where he helps people now, right? I was like, nigga.
I don't know how we gonna help you.
I was like, I don't know, this is too long for Ask the Sons.
We might not got no help, but we certainly got the jokes.
We got these bars.
We got the jokes.
You gonna get these jokes in these bars. So I'm looking like, so when the dude gave me the story now, whatever, right? I told dude, I'm like, what did you hear before you got to me?
Yeah.
And he said a few women said, have a sit down with her. So I'm sorry.
Sit down.
All right, let me straighten up my face, not laugh too much. Take two. Have a sit down with her and have a heart to heart and figure out what's the esteem of her drinking problem.
Oh, because it's a drink.
Because we don't need a fucking drink.
Because this is a drinking
It's
problem.
a drinking problem. Why she pops dicks in her mouth while he's sleeping.
Wow.
And so I'm like, yo, so I'm like, did you speak to her recently or something like whatever, right? So he's like, no. He's like, they're just in text message and he just tells her like he's okay and he's gonna go to bed. They just kind of cap up for the end of the day. And she pours out long text messages, sends voice notes. She's really sorry, blah, blah, blah. He's young. I told him, I'm like, you got to chalk this one up to the books.
Yeah.
She belongs to the streets.
That's it.
And
That's it, man.
When quarantine is done,
Move
find
on.
your thing. So,
Move
but
on.
like how quarantine restrictions are freeing up,
Right.
I guess she's going to make her way back.
Mm.
So I told him stuff, whatever. If you take her back, after I learned this new word, simp, dun, 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 he was a simp, my G.
Yeah. He might,
That's not a white knight coming in
he
because
might fall in line.
she got saved by two dicks.
Two of them.
Two.
Not one.
Two. When you were sleeping, there was two dicks to fill the void. So that's a simp, right?
That's
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
That might even be insult.
That's an insult.
That might even be insult, yo.
Why, she did it for herself?
Yeah. I mean, if he was,
Can women be insults?
because he, no,
Okay.
no, they can't.
No, okay. We want vagina.
And if he woke up and if he didn't make a stink out of it, would that have made him a cockle?
Yeah, if he just watched.
If he just watched.
If he just watched, he'd be a cuckold.
Yeah.
He'll be,
So he skipped the cuckold. He escaped that, but then just went straight simp if he
takes her back?
If he takes her back.
I wouldn't take her back. I told them, like, yo, bro, like, she's 2 years younger than him.
Yeah.
She's 2 years younger than him, and they're both in their early 20s.
Right.
I'm like, just chalk it up to the wild.
You still friends with the dudes though?
I can't. We don't work together anymore. We were former co-workers.
No, but I'm saying him as
Yeah.
the dude. Is he?
I told him not to.
Yeah.
I told him just chalk it up to the win.
Yeah.
I don't want to give him one of the biblical friends the reasons and seasons. I didn't want to say that, but I'm like, you probably got all the lessons you needed to get from them.
Yeah.
And this was a heavier lesson for you to learn.
Yeah.
You gotta let go and let God deal with it and stuff, whatever. I'm like, yo, bro, she belongs to the streets.
It happened the way it happened. It's supposed to happen because it could have happened with somebody else and you would have not known.
True. You know, it's probably like God's like, wake your simp ass up.
Dude, you might be sleeping right now, but your woman is in pole position.
Yo, engines are getting revved up. Yo, it was crucial. It was crucial to take in, whatever, man. But I'm just trying to figure out some simp things, whatever. But like, yeah, I feel like, you see with the simp thing, I feel like I said, I feel like these kids, their wording and stuff is mean and evil. Because simp to me was short for simpleton. Right. Right. I feel like not everything a man does for a woman is warranted sex. Right. Right. I feel like you can do some nice guy things and stuff with it, but like even like on your new favorite platform, TikTok, there's a guy on there, I forget his name, starts with a P, I think Pablo, and he has these things like, if you play her favorite song on her birthday at a party, if you ask the DJ to play her favorite song on her birthday, and she's giving another guy her phone number, you're a simp. I was like, I thought it was a nice guy thing and stuff, but like, it's her birthday, you want them to feel good. So I'm like, I guess, and then when I was asking like younger folks and stuff, whatever, right? You know, like in that generation and stuff, whatever, I'm like, yeah, I like to do nice things for women and stuff, whatever, right? That maybe, I make my intentions known from the beginning. Right. And if you don't hit on that type of level and stuff where like, if I'm letting you know, like I'm interested in you and you're not hitting on that type of level, I write you off as friend. Right. So it's kind of hard to pull me back and stuff for her. We spoke about this. Right. Yeah. So once I realize that we're just friend, I'll just still do nice things for you. I just won't go to the extent compared to like somebody I'm interested in. Yeah, and I think majority of the women know the difference between somebody doing nice things for them. Yeah, without a ulterior motive. Yeah. Between that person and a simp. Do they? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. So. Oh, women will take a mad advantage of a simp. I guess so. Because we talked about self-respect, right? Before. And if you don't have a self-respect, people just kind of... I had this one girl tell me. Wait, have you ever been made into a simp? I don't know. You're a lie. Are you... No, never? Nah. You've been smooth since birth? Smooth since birth, bro. I have one woman that made me into a simp. One woman made me into a simp. And I want to say... She was part of my character development in my villain movie. I refuse to be any other woman's simp. Listen, this girl told me she was at a dance with her other girlfriends, right, celebrating the girlfriend's birthday, right. And this dude came up to her and started talking to her. She's like, first of all, the dude was in sandals, he was in slippers. So could have been the lick, but continue. Could have been the lick, right? But the way she said it sounded like she's making fun of him. Hey, this is a simp, okay. Right? This is the way she said, right? Because to point out what somebody's wearing on their feet, there's a purpose. You're making fun of it. Yeah, you're poking fun. You're poking fun. Right. So she's like, yeah, women are fucked though. But continue. It was just on me the entire night. Wouldn't leave me alone. So he's like, so we were by the bar, and he's like, yo, here comes the bar thing. He's like, when you drinking? So she said, oh, I'm having so and so, right? Is it top shelf shit? I need to know. I don't know what, because it's not what she ordered, right? This is what I'm getting at. Right. This is what I'm saying. Recognize a simp and take advantage of the situation. She goes, oh, I'll have a so-and-so, right? Turns around, taps her girlfriend and says, what are you having? Taps her other two girlfriends and says, what are you having? Right? So that's four drinks. Simp now. He can't just buy one drink now because it gonna look... Because you trying to play the role, right? Right. So now you got to look at you and say, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm going to buy your girls drinks. And he bought all of them drinks. Huh? So I'm saying. Did she give him the number at least? And she said no, but you can never believe. You can never do trust women, right? She might have, right? You know what I mean? But
The way how she was talking about him.
Simp.
Simp.
Simp hooray. Oh, hey.
Simp buying drinks. You know what I mean? And it's like, here's a situation where not only did she get over, but her girls got over too.
Yo, I have a story. Yo. See, the simp shit is rough. Like, and I salute guys who realize they're gonna be a simp.
Yeah.
Right? Yo, listen to this. My auntie. I love my auntie. Salute to my Auntie Fox is my hero. Whenever I talk about Auntie Fox stuff again, whatever, you know she's my G. She is the queen of perverts, and I love her. And I take her throne. Her crown is passed down to me when she steps down.
Right.
There was a guy. He was interested in her. Whatever, right? And my auntie, she spots simps a mile away, like you said.
I'm telling you.
My auntie, my mom, they do this. The women of my mother's side of the family, they're dominant forces. Whatever, right? So check it now. Dude was like trying to bust a move, like and everything. He's like, yo, I'm gonna come by and everything like that. Auntie's like, yo, I'm hungry. You know, I want some food. So the guy's like, oh shit, I guess he booked the plate. He's like, all right, what are you having? She's like, get a 20-piece from KFC. 20-piece. It's only me, her, and her son, and my cousin. 3 people.
Yeah.
Including the guy. I'm like, that's basically 5 chickens a piece. Whatever. Ain't nobody eating 5 chickens a piece.
I was gonna ask you if you ever been on a beneficiary end of a simp behavior.
Yes, I have.
Because I've been on a
Yes,
few.
I have.
I've been on a few.
I can testify to the church. Yes, I have.
I've been on a few beneficial ends.
I've been on a few. Like I said, I probably get. Remember, I told you one of the worst dates I've been on.
Yeah.
With one of the chicks and stuff, whatever. I bought her food, and she told me it was for her kid, and the friend who put me on and stuff told her said she don't have a kid. I could have been the simp that bought the food for her next man.
Yeah.
Simp hooray! No, hey. So you know what I'm saying?
For an honor to last night's class, Simma.
Simma. We can touch now. We're breaking social distance. Simma. That's what the title of this podcast is called. Simma. Yo. So I'm now dying now, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? I'm thinking dude already come back with the food. But I'm like, he had this OG look to me like, yeah, I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Nah, my G. KFC ain't really that quick with the food.
Yeah.
My auntie sat there. She's looking like, yo, I think when he show up like after an hour.
Yeah.
She's like, fucking piece of shit, man.
He'd have gotten his car. No fucking way.
No fucking way.
I ain't feeding these motherfuckers.
I am not a simp. I am a pimp, not a simp. So I was seeing it and stuff, whatever. So I'm like, yo, I seen a lot of witnesses and stuff for the simp. Like I said, I could have been several simps and stuff in other equations. Don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like to the guys and stuff listening and everything, like whatever, know where you stand, make your intentions known, and figure out what does it take to kind of get to a specific place. Because if you hear a woman and stuff, you're like, yo, what are the things it takes to date you? And you're mentioning things and stuff that are out of my realm or out of my scope. Yeah. You're not for me.
No, you're not.
DN.
Yeah.
But hey, to simp their own.
It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that.
Yo, one thing, I wanted to touch on, congratulations to the graduating COVID class of 2020. There's tons of them and stuff, whatever. I think it's kind of rough because, commencement is a lot to high schoolers, university, college. Of course, it's a lot. That's because you're gonna now transition into a new world or new life, especially around this time and stuff, whatever. It has a different kind of hit because you probably witnessed before, like if you were in the 11th grade last year and you're in the 12th grade this year, you're like, I can't wait till I graduate. I'm going to do such and such. Or like, I can't wait till I graduate from college, university, or law school, or whatever. Right. And you have expectations and stuff for that, but during the pandemic time, you can't enjoy it, or you can't even celebrate with the people who worked hard with you. Group projects, group assignments, friends you might not see anymore. Everybody's into a new part of life and everything. And I was feeling like, us as the Podical sons, we should, embark them with some words to get them through.
Okay.
These things and stuff like some rules, a few rules and things that they should kind of get used to, transition to a new world. You got some things?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find some.
Yes. Yeah,
wait.
Some words of knowledge.
Some commencement music or some shit like that,
yes.
whatever.
When it comes to some commencement music.
Oh! Go ahead. Go ahead, run it.
Dear class of 2020, fine men and women, we're going forward into this brave new world. One filled with masks. One filled with 6 feet distancing rules. And one filled with politicians that break all the rules when it comes to those things. But what I'd like to share with you going forward is these 2 things. Those who look like sheep are wolves in sheep clothing.
Woo! The V hit too. I like that one.
Never make others do for you what you can do for yourself.
Facts. I dig that. Let me see if I can hit something like that now. Hold on. Let me see if it is. Dear class of 2020. Life's not fair. Get used to it.
Life's a bitch and then you die.
No. The world doesn't care about your damn self-esteem. Yo, they don't expect you to do great shit when you can't do great shit. Not everybody's gonna make 60K after graduation. Some of y'all might be Uber and Lyft drivers. If you think your teacher is tough, wait till you get a fucking boss. If you mess up, it's not your parents' responsibility.
No.
And TV is not reality TV, like how they say. In real life, when you go get a cup of coffee, you don't sit down and talk. You go take your ass to work after that.
And you best be coming to work with more than that one cup of coffee.
One cup of coffee. Because I'm going to ask you for what my coffee is. Yeah. Yo, I get hot. Yo, that was fine. Oh, we have too much fucking fun on this show. Yo, let's get to the question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. If you're a dictator of a small island nation, what crazy dictator shit would you do? Give me one rule what you do if you're a dictator.
You would have to find a unique way to praise me every day.
Damn! What do you got? Yo!
I'm the dictator.
Shit.
I gotta put something in place.
I had something else in mind.
Put something in place.
I had something else in mind, but fuck it. I want to run with that. I was gonna say, the black folks and the dark-skinned people been going through some hardships. If you come to my damn country,
yeah.
The black folks, they get a slave or two. But I kind of like yours too. Because it's still by choice. And if you don't apply by the rules, we got your ass.
We got you.
Yo.
And it's got to be unique every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Shit, that's work right there. Yo. Okay. Let's get to the Axe and Sons. Axe and Sons and stuff, whatever. First one comes from Deadface007. Have you ever crushed on or dated a disabled person? And what was it like? Have you ever dated a disabled chick?
No. I've crushed on
me too.
A hearing impaired chick.
Me too. Look at that.
Yeah.
The deaf chicks be popping.
They be popping.
They can't hear you because the eardrums pop, but they be popping. I'm fucked up.
And they surprisingly, they funny. They got a funny personality. Once you know what I mean, you start reading.
So?
I
want to hear your funny person.
Once you start learning how to read the sign languages and shit. But I had this and this was in, I think it was public school. And we were, I wouldn't say it was an exchange, but we had we back in the day, they used to do pen pals.
Yeah.
So we had pen pals from another school, and this other school was like a special needs school.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice because like when they do back and forth thing, they don't feel so special. They just feel normal. That's nice.
So then, so one day we got to go meet our pen pals. So we went to the school and go meet our pen pals. So this is the first time I'm meeting this chick.
Mm-hmm.
What's this chick? I'm looking, this young girl, and it's like, yo, she's
hot.
Really beautiful. She's a beautiful young girl,
right?
And it's like at that moment, like I knew she was deaf, but it didn't matter because we've already had this relationship of talking to each other through letters.
Right.
And it was like, well, shit, we already shown her that we can communicate. So yeah, that was it. But I think after that date, I think that was when the pen pal stuff had stopped. So I think it carried on up until that point. That was where you got to meet everybody, and I think that was the end of the program and so forth.
So she never heard from you again.
Never heard from me again, man.
Going to hell. This episode
never heard from me again.
Yo, damn.
I mean, she didn't hear from me the first time.
She didn't hear from you the first time, but I mean,
never
hey,
again.
We here.
Yeah.
Nah, the chick. I was in high school, and she was actually popping. And I remember we went to there was like a school dance.
Yeah.
And she was there, stuff like that. She was kind of popular for like, a hearing impaired girl and everything like that, whatever. Yeah. And then I have an asshole friend. He's like, oh, she can dance and she had rhythm because she's picking up the vibrations through the floor. I was like, you're a bitch. I'm like, leave her alone. No. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. But I was like, yeah, so I crushed on her, but I never shot my shot because I didn't think she would hear me out.
Bastard.
I'm frightened for this.
Bastard.
Next question comes from Trill Bill. What is something you hate but is necessary? Fucking working out. I
was gonna say dishes.
Yeah. Or you could be gangster. Keep it fine china for special events and then just dollar store paper plate, styrofoam.
Dixie plates.
Dixie everything,
cups,
man.
Dixie. Yeah.
Last question of the week. Last Ask the Sons and stuff comes from Anthony-67. What's your favorite hot take? My favorite hot take. I want to say, I don't want to be all biased, but I want to say most of our So Say the Sons, they're they become like my favorite hot takes. But if it's a non-us, one of my favorite hot takes and stuff, whatever, I want to say is probably 6 inches is enough. Yo, when I heard a dude say that, I was like, he's like, 6 inches is enough. And the girl's like, no, it's not. And he's like, how much is enough for you? And the girl's like, 8. He's like, I'm sorry, Subway doesn't sell 8-inch subs, stuff, whatever. They sell 6 inches and foot longs. So he's like, if you're not going to get the full shebang, girl, you better be happy with the 6 inches. And I was like, yo, that was the hottest hot take. He's not lying, though.
He ain't lying. Trying to think of one. Can't think of one right now.
Can't think of a hot take now? Ooh.
No.
The people came for you and I, man. I asked them my portion. You couldn't.
Yeah, they stumped me. I can't think of no hot takes right now.
Anthony, we will make sure he get back to you.
I'm gonna get back to you on that, Anthony.
Cool. Let's wrap this up with a So Say the Sons. I got one. Well, I had one. I had one to cut, but I think this one is more appropriate for today.
For today?
Make peace with your inner beast, but don't feed it. So say the sons. I fed it just for once today, but it ain't gonna get fed for a while. So my beast ain't gonna grow to be as much as the thing. I'm harmless most of the time.
It like this?
Yeah, like this. It's just that today it just probably gained like 3 pounds. But you know, after shit's gonna go right back to like the 1 pound mark. So that's it, you know? So make peace with your inner beast, but don't feed it. Because I feel like, a lot of people, they come complacent when like the bad shit. Mm-hmm. And they just go off with this excuse like, this is who I am, take it or leave it. No, you can actually do fucking better.
Yeah.
You can actually do better. You can be a better person. You know better, you do better.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, I'm not only just saying it just to say it and stuff, whatever, but like I'm saying, like, I want to say with us, there's like humor and satire and everything and stuff like that too. But and all in all, I'm not gonna go bully anybody and stuff directly to their face because we want to see people succeed.
Yeah,
when we champion good shit. Yeah. You and I can speak highly for both of us when we say that.
Yeah.
Right? So that be that. So yeah, make peace with your inner beast, but just don't feed it.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. That's it. That's all she wrote for this week. Any announcements? Any church announcements before we slide out?
Nah, just continue to stay safe, practice the social distancing. And, we are getting a little bit more freedom, but with this freedom comes great responsibility. So just be responsible.
Uncle Ben.
Just be responsible, man, and know that, your actions don't just affect you, but it affects people around you.
Facts.
And I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's what a lot of people tend to overlook.
Right.
And say, "Oh, I'll be fine. Yeah, you will be fine. But the person close to you,
your grandmother, like the older people whoever's susceptible
may not be. Correct. Right. So that's what you gotta always keep in mind.
Correct. I agree. Yeah, once again, man, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Peace and love. Y'all be safe out there. Take care.
Can geniuses be simps?
Can geniuses be simps? Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. This genius got his limits.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.